Hello, my beautiful friends of YouTube. It has been a while since I've been on here. It has been a while since I've been on any of my social media platforms. As many of you guys know, I know a lot of you guys follow me at @flowwithchlo on Instagram. And you guys may have seen that about 2 weeks ago I came on saying I'm signing off for now. And I wanted to just come on here to share a little bit about my thoughts and what's going on right now and why I've been so sort of just distant. Just a couple of my thoughts. I think that a good conversation to really talk about is social media and its effect on our mental health and its effect on our well-being. Now, I'm not saying that all of social media is bad. I'm not saying that I hate social media. I am not saying that we should never use social media. But what I am bringing to the table is that we have to learn to use social media wisely. And what I unfortunately see and what I unfortunately saw in myself was that I wasn't using social media wisely. I think it just started really getting to me, to be honest, just the amount of fakeness I saw on the interwebs. A lot of people posting their perfectly curated photos, living their perfect life in their perfect house, with their perfect car, their perfect body, with their perfect, meal prep or whatever it is. It's just, everyone is portraying this ideal of perfection online. And as I have learned to really come to accept and love my flaws, yes, I do love my flaws, but I don't see them as flaws. And that's the thing. I've learned to love and accept myself who I am as I am, and not needing to put this pressure on myself of becoming perfect, looking perfect, eating perfect, and all of those things. And as I have done a lot of this really hard work the past couple years on really learning how to step into my authentic self and learning to really just stand proud in who I am and have that confidence in me and what I stand for and my values, it's been really hard for me to participate on social media with everything that I see, with seeing other people being disingenuous. And again, it's not something that I think people maliciously do. I think it's just the nature of the game. And I totally understand it. I totally get it. And this is the thing, and this is what bothered me the most, was I found myself, I feel like, participating in that a little bit. And that was hard. It's like I was getting caught up in that, and not getting caught up in the perfectly curated photos and all of that, but even noticing that I was doing things like using filters. And it's just like, what the heck, Chloe? That is everything against what you preach. And so I have been going on Instagram just a little bit, popping in my face, and I've been really making sure that I don't use any filters anymore because I don't want to continue to advocate for this idea of we have to look perfect and everything needs to be perfect, the lighting has to be perfect, and all of that stuff. And so I recognized that I was doing that, and I started seeing so many other things going on online that it was painful to go onto my Instagram page and to just see all of this, and it kind of just started seeming pointless to me. Why would I want to just go and scroll all day watching people's perfect lives instead of just focusing on the important things in life? And again, I'm tying this into recovery because I think that this is something that recovery has really taught me, is this idea of what is actually truly important to me? What's truly important to me in my life? What do I want to experience? What is this for? What am I doing in life? And the more and more I really focused on enriching my life and putting myself in these circumstances where I can really enjoy all these different experiences and adventures, and I've experienced some beautiful things the past couple of years. Amazing just times with family and friends, and traveling around and enjoying celebrations and eating good food and just relaxing and doing all these things that previously I wouldn't allow myself to do. And I stepped out of this need to diet and to eat perfectly and again to exercise perfectly and to keep up with all these things, I've stepped away from that and really gotten this bigger perspective of like, oh my gosh, what really matters in my life, what matters to me. And eating perfectly doesn't matter to me. When I really think about it, what matters to me in my life? It's not that. I don't want to get to the end of my life and look back and be like, I'm so glad that I ate perfectly my whole life. And I don't want to get there because I know that that would mean that I did not live fully, because when you are sticking to such a strict, rigid diet and such a strict routine, you're blocking yourself. And you may think that everything's perfect in your nice little bubble and your nice little schedule and routine, but that's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. You're blocking yourself. And so this is what I've really just sort of come to in the last couple years, and especially in the last couple months, is just like what really matters. And a reason why I took a step back from social media for a minute there was I needed to reevaluate what really matters in my life. And being on my phone all day, it was getting to me because that doesn't matter to me. So it's been challenging for me to be on there. And again, I'm not saying that I'm quitting, this isn't like I'm quitting social media. I'm not going to be putting content up there and all of that. This video is more to say, priority check here. Look at your life, look at your lifestyle, look at the things that you're doing, your habits. Are they actually promoting well-being? Are they making you happy? Are they enriching your life? If they're not, take a step back, reevaluate. How can you balance it out so that it can be something that does enrich your life and not take away from it? And that's the same thing with like this idea of healthy eating, right? It's like, cool, yeah, let's eat healthily. Sure. How can we do that in a way that enriches our life and not takes away from it? AKA, don't be so rigid and strict with it. AKA, have some food flexibility because it's ridiculously important. So I will be going back to social media. I will be going back to my Instagram page in due time. Probably in a couple weeks. I've been really enjoying this time to myself, to the peace, to the quiet, as I focus on the other things in life that are really requiring my attention right now. Now, life is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not. I've been going through a hard time lately. Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Yes, it happens to me too, even though I'm recovered. And again, something that I learned in my recovery is to set boundaries. Something that I didn't do before. There's no boundaries with myself, no boundaries with other people. People pleaser here. Something that something that I have learned and am continually learning is learning to say no, learning to set those boundaries. And again, that's what social media kind of has been for me right now. Learning to say no, learning to set my boundaries, because there have been other things that are more important. And yeah, it's this weird... This is, again, I'm filming this so that you guys see another side, because all we see is the perfect, pretty pictures of people. It's all we see. All we see is the perfect videos, the perfect podcast, all those things from all these influencers. And I'm kind of sick of it, because it's like, doesn't anyone freaking deal with anxiety here? Doesn't anyone deal with stress? Doesn't anyone deal with like imposter syndrome? Does anyone in the interwebs, are they dealing with that? Are they just putting on this like fake BS that they know it all? So something that I've been experiencing is that anxiety, is that like stress and all these things. And I'm going to be open about it, because I don't want to portray that I'm perfect and that my life is perfect, because it's far from that. Far from that. And it's okay to have stress. It's okay to have anxiety. Now I'm learning and have learned in the past years to deal with that anxiety and to deal with that stress in a way that is going to help me like come back to balance. So again, for me, it's been turning off the social media for a hot second and focusing on like getting back into yoga, focusing on getting enough nature time every single day, and focusing on getting enough friendship time. Super, super important for me. Yeah, this was a very just like raw video. I just came home from just like running a couple errands. I went to the pastry shop and I got a lemon meringue pie, and I also got some chocolate croissants for tomorrow. And I was just thinking on the way home, just driving in the car and just being like, I feel like I need to just get on YouTube and I need to share my thoughts because I don't know, maybe this is helpful for someone. Let me know in the comment section down below if this is helpful. Send me a message, send me an email. I love hearing from you guys. I really, really do. And the whole point of me coming on here and making all these videos is to create a community and to really help those people who are suffering by telling them like, hey, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. That's all I have today. I don't know if this sounded negative. It's not meant to be negative. It's meant to just be real, and it's meant to be authentic and to just share that it's okay to have ups and downs in your life. I think I'm hitting my Saturn return. I honestly think that's what it is. Shit's been going down in my life lately, but it's okay. It's totally okay. It happens. Again, I'm learning to set those boundaries and to really take care of myself and prioritize myself and the things that really matter most to me in my life. And I have to say, just another plug in here for like being fully recovered, I have to say that I'm so absolutely thankful that I'm not going through all the shit that I've been going through and still struggling with my eating disorder. So thankful that I don't have to overthink food and exercise and all that, and I've been able to be very lenient and flexible and just not even care about that, to be quite honest. So that's been really nice because that would suck if I was dealing with that too. So another sort of reason to get through recovery is you don't want to add on more stress and more anxiety and more stuff to your life. And by getting to that fully recovered stage, like that's what you're going to be doing. So that's it for me today. I will see you guys later, potentially on my Instagram page in a couple weeks. When I do go back, rest assured that it is going to be good quality information, because that's what I want to provide in this Instagram and social media space. Okay, that's it for now. Bye.